So my week off actually started mid-Friday afternoon because unfortunately my third client was poorly, so I couldn't go and do that clean. So that gave me a chance to go down to Rickmansworth and run a few errands and pick myself up a lovely hot chocolate. Now, if you've been following my channel, you'll know I like to try all the festive hot chocolates, and this one is chocolate moussey hot chocolate from Starbucks. This is what it looks like. Looks a bit like a cappuccino, really. But yes, it does taste moussey. But it just tastes like a general real coffee, really, with some chocolate in it. So it's not one that I'd be going back and getting again, but I thought I'd try it anyway. It's definitely not top end of one that I'd buy again. And then I headed to Morrison's to go and do a food shop, but they also had some lovely looking pyjamas. However, I really don't need any more pyjamas, so I left them there. What have I got you? I got you some treat sticks. Did I get you chicken treat sticks? Yes. Oh. And did I get you salmon ones? Yes. You're looking at me as to say more. And then, oh, I bought you your seaside favourite Felix treats, okay? Yes, I don't think you're going to starve and die. Okay? Say thank you, Mum. Thanks, Mum. Say thank you, Mum. No. But anyway, he's all topped up. Aren't you? You're all topped up. Yes. You're all topped up. Yes. Yes, good boy. No, I know, you want one now, don't you? Done? Thank you, Mummy. Yes, thank you. And here is Blue chilling out on the sofa as I watch the TV. And this morning it was a very early start because it was the Las Vegas Grand Prix at 4 o'clock in the morning. Of course, after the qualifying session, I did head back to bed for a few hours. And this is how Blue wakes me up every morning. He goes to the gift bag that's on the floor by my wardrobe and scratches on it. Morning, Blue. So, yesterday I went to get a piece of paper for my brother for my hospital appointment to tell him what time my appointment is. There. I've got it turned around, obviously for confidentiality. And as I pulled it off this, all of this just fell down there. My brother was like, I think you need to sort that fridge out. So, a day later, let's quickly go through all those papers on the fridge and sort out what can be chucked. Let's do this. Now that's looking a lot better. Now obviously I've got an appointment later, yes, on a Saturday, so this one will be coming with me, and then I will put that paperwork upstairs in the folder with all my hospital appointments. I always keep them. Some people say chuck them, but I keep them for reference. But yeah, so that's looking a lot better. And then this, without showing too much confidentiality, is a whole load of papers that need to go in the shredder. This morning was another early morning start because, of course, it was Formula 1 race at 4 AM in the morning. Does anyone else think this circuit looks like a pig? It's lights out and away we go! Oh, hang on. McLaren later on got disqualified. Now this is the one thing I'd like to see in Vegas, and that's a sphere. And rumour has it a smaller version is coming to London. I think the Mickey Mouse after show was absolutely fantastic. And then I quickly gave Blue his breakfast before heading down to Rickmansworth to the Penny V and had a small breakfast. Now that was yummy. And after my breakfast I just sat there and edited my previous video. And then I got back in my car and headed off into Watford to start my Christmas shopping. It was cold, it was 10:15 in the morning, and I am glad I made the move to go into Watford and start my Christmas shopping. Later on that evening I cooked myself a lovely chicken stir fry. Yeah, just don't ask about how trashed my lounge looks. I'll deal with it at some point.
It's cold outside. Get guaranteed relief.
Look at this cute cat asleep on my sofa, bless him. Now I do this trip every Christmas, and that is to drive to Milton Keynes to the Home Bargains and then on to IKEA. Now my brother's Sidle soaps this year has been hard to get hold of. In fact, he was looking a few weeks ago. However, this Milton Keynes store actually had some. Of course, a few other bits went in my basket along the way. And what I need is a Terry's hot chocolate orange to keep me going. And upon scanning my Costa card, the barista said to me, "You are entitled to your free drink." I'm like, woohoo! Anyway, she said to me, "Would you like to make it a medium?" So I said, "Yes, please, I may as well." And of course, she didn't forget my chocolate orange segment either. Sometimes the stores run out of these really quickly, so you don't always get hold of them. And upon opening my segment wrapper, I was like, no way! Double chocolate orange segments, woohoo! So one said Dancing Queen on it, and the other one said Let's Boogie. Thank you very much, Costa, today for my lovely surprises. Where am I? IKEA in Milton Keynes, or IKEA. I say IKEA, and other people say IKEA. And this is what I came in to buy, although not in this colour. Now I did see this one, but the measurements were just slightly too big for the space I wanted it. Oh, stop it. They had some cat plushes too, but I left them in the basket. And then I started looking around the wardrobe designs because I really want to change up my wardrobe on the inside of it. The chest of drawers that I put in my wardrobe a good few years ago now really isn't working out for me, and so I'm looking for some ideas to make it better. I think in the new year I need to have a massive wardrobe declutter, and don't mean just the clothes but the stuff underneath all the clothes at the bottom of the wardrobe, and work out what I really need and what I don't need. And look at these baskets with the cat prints on them. Oh! Now the other thing I wanted to get from IKEA was another shelving unit for my outside storage shed. Why is it always the case with me? Whenever I want something, it is always up high on a shelf, and then you have to go and find a staff member to get it down for you. And then, of course, you can't leave IKEA without going into the restaurant. So, I have just got back from Milton Keynes IKEA, and let me show you what I bought. It is going to go in that space right there. And then this is all the other things I bought at IKEA. So, I have got 2 clear plastic shelves for the wall. I've got one more in my bedroom that's not being used, but I will use them because I've got lots of little Legos that I want to put up on there. So yeah, I've got 2 of those. I've got some more food storage containers with lids, and I like my fake flowers, and I loved the look of this amaryllis. You get 3 on one stem, so I bought that. I got some glass containers for food storage. I got a snowflake napkin holder, just there. I saw these beautiful fake flowers, and they were £1 per stem. And I saw this really weird gadget, and I was like, huh? But actually, you plug into your phone, as you can see there, and it's like another little light. So I thought that was really useful. And then I bought another food storage container. I've got one of these that I store my laundry sheets in, and I wanted to get another one to put my colour catchers into. So I've got that. I got a lovely smelling little candle. Unfortunately you can't smell it, but it smells amazing. And then because I'm small, I have a pair of these already, and I thought whilst I'm there I'm going to get another pair. And then I got another one of these brilliant clocks, and as you can see, you can flip it round. Already got that I've got in the bathroom that's really useful for when I'm having to do things by time. And then I bought these. I actually want one of them for Blue's food tin. I got another one of these, and this is to go in my storage shed outside. When I was in London earlier on this year, I picked up one, but I knew I couldn't manage two on the train, and it's been really useful in my storage shed outside, so I thought I'd pick up another one. And then lastly, I picked up this lovely vase, or vase as you call them in America, and it's pink with little specks of dots on them, and perfect for my little flowers that I've just bought, that I can then put on my command table. And I'll have some other ones in there as well. But yeah, so there you go. And that will look amazing. Yeah, this was quite expensive, but I knew I wanted to go for this. And then when I was there, I was like, actually, I'll get some more of those shelves, the Lego. And then I remembered that the ones of these I've got already are getting really stained. So I thought I might as well get some more. And then I do like the smaller, shallow glass ones. So, yes, that was my IKEA shop. And then I decided to have a quick tidy up around the dining room table and underneath it. I also put this mop up on the local free Facebook page. And this is some of the stuff that needs to leave my house, which I will do tomorrow morning. So we actually had a little bit of a lie-in this morning, didn't we, Blue? And as promised, I took some stuff down to the local charity shop. And then it was on to my hygienist appointment. However, upon opening my mouth, she said, "You've got another gum infection." So a message was sent to my dentist downstairs, who then prescribed me some more metronidazole antibiotics. Great. Now let me tell you, this is the third lot since I've had surgery on the 18th of September. And they are quite strong and make me feel yuck. So I went home, took the antibiotics, and that's where I remained most of the week. Of course, Blue wasn't very far from my side. And with being on antibiotics, it means I have to sleep on the sofa, so I'm sat upright and I don't slip down in bed. Otherwise, it gives me stomach acid. The only downside to that is I get slapped in the face by my cat at 6 o'clock in the morning. Breakfast time! Now I have to do everything without using any milk, 2 hours before or 2 hours after taking my antibiotic. Because you all know it. Yep. Let's sort this out. Okay, so this is how far I've got so far. I have just emptied the dishwasher out. So the stuff on the sink needs to go in the dishwasher. But I do need to go and sit down because my head is feeling awful from the antibiotics. So doing things in shifts. Look, I have just refilled my dishwasher tabs up, and I put in the new box of dishwasher salt into that container. So that is all done and sorted. I'm just going to have a quick tidy up down here too, and then I will show you my kitchen because there's still a couple more bits I need to do. Right, that looks a whole lot better. Sorted. And then it was time to give the floor a quick clean. And so that is one nice, clean and tidy kitchen. Sink's empty. I've washed the floor. And literally, the dishwasher has just finished. So, next task. The lounge. I'm sleeping down here because I'm on antibiotics. I'm going to sleep upright, otherwise I get acid reflux. All the Christmas presents are there that need to be wrapped. I've also got furniture to build right there, and it's going to go there. So that's this afternoon's task. When I say this afternoon, we're not long into the afternoon, so let's tackle the lounge. And yes, I've just paused the TV so that you can actually hear me speaking. And then separately, I will sort out that. Obviously, those can go back on the sofa once I've tidied up the sofa. So, from this point onwards, I'm so annoyed. For some reason, KineMaster is not letting me do voiceovers, so I'm going to have to do text over my videos and describe what I'm trying to say, because for some reason I've tried to go through KineMaster support. They've asked me to send them the file, and I've tried saving it, I've tried then sending it to them. It hasn't got to them. I don't know, I'm not very technical, but for some reason the last couple of days when I tried to do voiceover on this video, I've got so far and then it's just literally not letting me do any more voiceovers. I've tried duplicating the project, and for some reason it just comes up with too short. Even though I'm holding my finger down, it's just not letting me do voiceover recordings. Don't know why. So from here on in, you're just going to see text. And hopefully this won't happen when I come to do my Christmas video. Many hours later. My goodness. Let's put it over there. Ta-da! I've had to put it this way round so that I can get through the drawer, because it's a bit tight having the drawer that way. Woohoo! Now I've just got to add the decorations. So now that I've put my laundry away, because it was downstairs on the table, I've now got to sort out this and put it in my room so that 8:30 I can get my boiler fixed. No wonder it's cold in this house. I haven't turned the boiler on. But yeah, turn the boiler on, just get a little bit of heat in the house for now. So but yeah, basically that receiver is not connecting to thermostat downstairs, so that is what needs replacing. So at the moment I've been turning the boiler on and off by this switch, just so that the heating, because the heating was bypassed from that straight to the boiler. So yeah, anyway, boiler is now on just for a little bit, just to warm up the house a bit, and I'm just going to sort out all of this. Right, that's one tidied out boiler cupboard. Now, an area that I keep putting off sorting out is the porch area. As you can see, my jackets are literally stopping me from opening the front door because they keep hitting. And when you go to close, they start getting trapped. So I need to go through these jackets, because now that we are in the colder months, there are some jackets here that I don't actually need. And then also I need to sort out that area down there. So let's quickly do this before the gas bloke engineer comes out. Now that took me less than 5 minutes to sort out, and yet I kept putting it off. So I've taken 3 jackets away to go upstairs, and then some of the stuff that was on the floor, that was some gardening stuff, I put up there. So yeah, looking a lot better in here, and it means that I can open the door a little bit easier. But I might just move that jacket to that peg. But anyway, Blue's thinking, what the hell's going on? Because he's like, I'm just waiting for that scary man to turn up, and then I'm going to do a runner, because I don't like scary men. Man has gone. Scary man's gone. You're okay now. Come on then, do you want treaties? Do you want treat stick? Because you've been such a good boy, you big brave boy. Yeah, you want to come out? You want to come out? Out? Yes? Good boy. Out? Good boy. Well done. You're safe. Good boy. You're safe. You're safe. Good boy. Well done. I give you treaties. Do you want treat stick or do you want treaties? Well, it's Friday, so Uncle Dave might come up later, so I'll give you treaties, and he'll give you the treat stick. I was up early to watch the Qatar sprint qualifying. Can I have my meal now, please, Mum? Please! And then I headed off to Morrison's to do a quick food shop. And once I got home, it was time to get myself a quick bite to eat for lunch. And then a little later on, it was time to watch the sprint race, and I'm so glad Lando Norris won. And then Blue had to send Uncle Davey a few little reminders about not forgetting to feed him tonight, because Mummy's about to go out. And then I headed off to Woodside to go and get some food at Wagamama's. And whenever I go there, I always order the same thing, which is a katsu chicken meal for kids. Now, what do I choose for pudding? I actually went for the raspberry snow cake, and it was yummy. And then it was on to View Cinema next door to go and see The Westlife at the Royal Albert Hall that I saw like a month or so ago at the Royal Albert Hall itself. It was a great show, and it's actually being shown this weekend on ITV too. The show didn't finish until 9:15, and once I arrived home, Blue looked rather not impressed. But eventually he settled down on my lap for snuggles. And as per usual, I got the very early morning wake-up call from Blue as I slept on the sofa. So I decided to get the washing machine put on. And waking up early meant that I actually got to see a lovely sunrise. I'm just going to make myself a Sunday lunch. So as you can see, I'm going to have a beef casserole. So I've got some frozen sweet corn, a potato to cut up. I've got some mixed veg, and I've got some diced beef which I opened the other day, put in the freezer, and I'm shoving it all in there, the rest of it. And then in the freezer I also have some Yorkshire puddings that I pre-made ages ago from a packet mix. So I will take those out and put them in the air fryer for about 4 or 5 minutes towards the end of this being done. So this will be ready about 2:30. It's now 8:30. So let's go and get this on. And then I have no idea what, but something reminded me I hadn't done Blue's spot on. And now it's time to tackle the lounge. And they go off the dining room table and go back on the sofa. Let's do this. No. If you know, you know. Yep, I've obviously, even though I've checked all my pockets, have left a tissue in one of the pockets and I've not seen it. Oh. So of course that meant I had to get the hoover out, so I actually hoovered the whole house. Then finally I got myself some breakfast by having some Marmite on toast. And then I had a quick clear out of all those boxes I pulled out of the airing cupboard and put everything back in the airing cupboard. However, I'm waiting for that shelf to be fixed. And this box here is full of Christmas bits I need to take downstairs. Shh, let the sleeping cat lay. He's found a sunspot. My lunch was almost done in the slow cooker. By this point I was really flagging, however I needed to stay awake. As of course it was Formula 1 time. Woohoo! Come on Lando! There you have it. Lunchtime! Beef casserole. Let's go and eat this. It was yummy, however by the time I'd almost finished my meal I'd realised I'd forgotten about the Yorkshire puddings, so I then had to go and put the Yorkshire puddings in the air fryer. And then it was time for the Formula 1 race. Come on Lando! If you don't already know, I really want Lando Norris to win the World Drivers' Championship. The race wasn't that entertaining. So it goes down to the wire, next race. I then started feeling a little bit Christmassy. Not much, but I started. And yes, Christmas is coming in the next video. And before I knew it, it was time to snuggle down and get ready for bed. I just want to apologise for only just now finishing getting this video all edited and uploaded. Just been the couple last weeks been manic. I've had a couple of appointments this week for medical appointments. Yeah, it's been a lot. But anyway, I will have in the next video Christmas coming. It will probably be very close to Christmas Day, if I'm honest with you. I've got a couple more days of work left before Christmas and I've still got a whole stash of Christmas presents to wrap, but I will have a big update in the next video when I'm installing the Christmas tree, and I'll give you a bit of a detail of what's really going on. And I have some answers now to a few of my medical issues, good and bad. But yeah, last couple of days this week has been a lot. But anyway, with all that to say, I will see you in the next video. Bye.